Hello everybody and welcome to the Introduction to Overdrive session. This event today will focus on the use of Overdrive as a marketing portal, which enables you to share marketing plans and collateral with contacts inside and outside your organization. My name is Sean Power and I also have my colleague Ian Weatherhog with me. Ian, say hello.
Hello, good afternoon everybody.
Good. Ian is the Chief Technical Officer for Overdrive and he'll be helping with any questions raised during the session. So if you do have any questions during the event, then please use the chat box on the right-hand side of the screen and we'll answer any questions raised at the end of the session. We will reply directly after the session for those we don't get to answer during the event, but hopefully we'll be able to answer them all, so feel free to ask any questions as they occur to you. The event today will last around 30 minutes and we'll make a recording available afterwards so you can review the information or share with your colleagues after the event. So a little bit of an introduction to Overdrive. Overdrive is designed for organizations using G Suite. And this is because it is deeply integrated with G Suite and it lets you create a website or a portal automatically from content held in Drive and elsewhere across G Suite and beyond. With Overdrive, you can create great looking web pages and portals without the need for specialist skills. You simply decide what content you wish to share, choose from a wide range of page types to suit your content and audience, and then add in your users. And you'll see how this works in the demonstrations as we go through the event today. Your users will have easy online access to the resources and information that they need. And also, any site created by Overdrive is automatically mobile friendly, so your users can access the site on any device that they choose. A key strength of Overdrive is the range of potential uses available, such as intranets, extranets, education portals, or event sites, etc. And as you see in the demonstration, a site can be created very quickly to share information with people outside or inside the organization. Overdrive is hosted on Google Cloud Platform, and Google uses GCP to host its own well-known services, including Gmail, Drive, YouTube, Search, etc. And GCP provides global scalability and world-class security for Overdrive and allows our team to concentrate on adding new and exciting features to the product. We have Overdrive customers worldwide, and here is a selection from different industries and locations, and also different uses of Overdrive, as you can see. With some customers, such as Tarmac and Western Homes, we have created customized Overdrive solutions to meet their very specific needs. And Overdrive sites can be made public on request. And a good example of this is UNESCO Sardona, which uses Overdrive to share large quantities of scientific research information. So hopefully that was giving you some background information on Overdrive. We now have two demonstrations for you to bring everything to life. The first is a video of the site creation process, which Ian is hosting, and then I'll show you a few features of Overdrive on the public marketing portal demonstration site. So first, the video.
With Overdrive, you can easily set up a smart-looking and useful site in minutes using content from Google Drive. Today I'm going to create a marketing portal to organize and share all kinds of marketing content and assets with stakeholders, both inside and outside the organization. We're a design furniture company and have lots of product lines and distributors across the globe. The site will share all kinds of marketing resources, materials and plans with our distributors, plus our creative agencies and our own internal teams. Overdrive sites are built from Google Drive folders, and all of the content that I'm going to need is here in this folder. First of all, let's take a look at the sort of thing I'm going to include on my site. The campaigns folder has subfolders for each of my key product areas and subfolders within those. The resources folder contains everything that I want to share, and there's a huge variety of content from marketing assets like logos, PDFs, videos and images to slide decks, sheets and project documents. And they're already in Drive. This is just a much better way of sharing them. Once I've connected Overdrive to Drive, I can use this menu to both create new sites and jump across to existing ones. This interactive tool is great for finding your way around Overdrive when you come to build your own site, but I'll close it down for now. My site design is looking a bit basic, so I'm going to find my company logo, and use Template Designer to pick a template that suits my corporate colours. These advanced settings give me lots of control over the design and layout if I want to go further, and I'm going to use them to turn off the side menu. As you can see, my site has been automatically created using the content in Google Drive. Notice how all of the folders from Drive are now pages in the menus, and they'll stay in sync if I make changes in here or in Drive. And the content of the folders has been brought across too. Overdrive folders can be presented in a range of views. These product images will work well displayed using large icons. Now, anyone inside or, if I choose, outside my organization has access to these files without having to use Drive. I don't have to waste time emailing the latest logo or product images to anyone because the latest versions live right here that can be accessed 24/7. Users with edit permissions are able to create and upload new files. And edit existing ones. So my agency can upload new visuals or media schedules to share with the team. Now to check in with one of my campaigns. These campaign pages are very important, so I'm going to spend a few minutes making them look more professional. I'm going to press the pencil over here to activate Page Builder and start changing a few things. The folder contains the key files that everyone needs to get to, so I'll use large icons again to make them stand out. Let's see how that looks. The product images folder will look better if I pick a different icon. And these two key files I can make appear in the menus so that people can get right to them from the top menu there. And now let's add some more tiles to the page. So I'm going to start and pick something suitable to brighten things up. And you can easily include any number of calendars that show what marketing activity is happening, which is a really useful way of keeping everybody in the loop. And I'll finish with a Twitter tile. And there we have it. a smart, user-friendly marketing portal set up in minutes to share a huge variety of marketing resources with internal teams and external agencies.
Great, thanks for doing that, Ian. Hopefully that has given you an idea as to how we can create sites very quickly using Overdrive, and also some of the features you can add into your site. What I'm going to do now is show you what a finished marketing portal could look like, and some of the features particularly relevant for this type of site. So this is our demonstration marketing site. We'll send you the link to this site after today's session so you can visit it yourself. And it's created to demonstrate what a finished marketing portal could look like. In this case, for the fictitious furniture manufacturer, Sandford. For this part of the event, I'll show you a handful of the many features available, which are useful when using Overdrive as a marketing site, just to build on the previous demonstration. And this is a home page, which is similar in terms of the site that you saw earlier. For this site, we've kept the home page very simple, as it just has links to the information elsewhere on the site. And for the site design itself, as you saw earlier, everything on the site is customizable. The sections of the site, the pages, the colors, template, and design can all be tailored to your needs exactly. And it's important on sites like this, which tend to have lots of information on them, that your users can quickly find and access the information you make available across the whole of the portal. The search feature does exactly this. So here in my navigation bar, I have my search bar, and I can enter a search term to get a quick look of the assets available. And if I go through onto the search page, the results, as you notice, not only show assets with the search criteria in the title, but also those with the search terms within the content of the document, such as these two press releases. We can also see the type of asset in the search results, so we can easily identify the asset that we are looking for. In addition to providing access to all your marketing information and materials, an Overdrive marketing portal can assist in the creation and approval process of those materials. The Overdrive workflow feature allows you to create an approval process for content and collateral, and here it is under the approvals folder. In this particular example, this approval process is for press releases. I can create a new request simply by clicking on this button and entering a description. And acting as an approver, I can see the existing approvals to see what needs to be actioned. This Furniture World announcement looks like it has been approved, and so I'll open it up to look at the history of that particular approval. So as you can see, it's been through a number of iterations and it's been ready, and it's now approved a workflow within the process. Once I'm happy as I'm going through the process and it's been accepted, I can then go back to the main list, and you'll see it's listed as being approved as it was before. Now, notifications are sent to everyone involved in the request, so actions are undertaken quickly and efficiently. Any number of workflows can be used on your marketing portal for a variety of purposes, and all workflows are aimed at speeding up approvals and also recording the activities on all those requests. Now, often it's a requirement to share results with your audience, and there are a number of ways in which an Overdrive marketing portal can do this. Here on the Data Studio report, as you can see, we're showing a variety of Google Data Studio reports as an example, but other report types can be incorporated into the site too. And this is a common theme of Overdrive, that it allows site creators to publish information to their audience around a particular subject. It is true that these reports could be shared directly with the users, but how much better is it to have all the information connected with the marketing activities in one place, which is easy for your users to find. And it's also possible to share other types of G Suite content with our users on the marketing portal. On our contacts company page, we are sharing contact information and the contact data coming directly from Google Contacts in this case. Here we see a list of contacts and I have the opportunity to choose what information is displayed in this list for my users. I can also filter this list quickly to find the information that I need. And then I can click through to find more information on that contact if I require. This is a great example of how Overdrive can take existing G Suite data and enhance the presentation of it, as well as making it easy to share with my users. One final thing to mention on the site is that there are multiple ways in which your selected users can sign into the site, not just Google. We have the ability to allow them to access the site using their Microsoft or Facebook credentials, for instance, or even simply email and password. Here I have signed out of the site, and you'll see some of the options here. The ability to allow non-Google users to access your Overdrive marketing portal makes them great for any company who wants to share their marketing assets, and also for creative agencies who might want to spin up a site for their clients quickly and simply. We have the opportunity to segment the information on the site, so certain sections may only be available or visible to certain users. And this works very well for agencies who can create a site for all their clients, but they can then restrict access to the information which is pertinent to each client. Alternatively, the licensing model of Overdrive allows any number of sites to be created, so having one site per client is also possible and common. So that's all I wanted to show you on the marketing demonstration site for now. There are plenty of other features available which are contained within this site. So again, I would encourage you to visit after the event to see some of the other features we haven't shown you today. And remember to ask any questions that you have going through the event today. We'll happily answer those. But back to the presentation for the time being. So a quick summary. This is some of the main benefits of using Overdrive. And as you saw in the demonstration, an Overdrive site can be created automatically using Google Drive folders and files. And building a site is fast and efficient compared with traditional methods. And also, as a bonus, no specialist skills are required to create those sites. Many types of content can be transformed automatically into powerful and user-friendly web pages. And pages can be easily updated or maintained by editing the original file, either from the site itself or from Google Drive. And the sync between Overdrive and the source location enables the site to be automatically updated when content changes at either end. Now just a quick look at the licensing model. And Overdrive pricing starts at $1 per month per user. And we have a 25% discount available for education and non-profit organizations. The number of sites that can be created is unlimited, which means that your users can create as many sites for as many different uses as they need under this licensing scheme. And we have further information on the pricing plans available on our website, which is overdrive.io. And again, we'll send you the link after the event. So now I'd like to move into the question and answer section of the session. This is a double act between Ian and I, so I'll answer some questions and I'll throw some over to Ian if they look particularly difficult. So, quick question from Harvey. I run development at my school. Looks like I can use this to allow access to my team to any campaign projects that we are working on. Yes, that's right, Harvey. So you can allow access to the certain users within and outside your organization. So that would allow you to be able to share pertinent information with the users that you want to. So yes, that would be a great use. Good comment again from Harvey. Love the approvals process. Yeah, we're really excited about workflow. We launched it back end of last year. It's a major change for Overdrive. We've only glossed over the subject. We actually did a special event or a specific event on workflow some months ago. So if you're particularly interested in that, then if you go onto our YouTube channel, you can see the video there, or just drop us a line and we'll send you a recording because it is a very powerful feature. Another question, what about if some members of the team need to edit to work collaborative in Google document or presentation? Can they do it inside the same portal? Do you want to take that one, Ian?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, that was it was in my video. Might have been a little bit quick, where I clicked on a slide deck that was in the resources folder, and then I used the little menu to switch to edit mode, and then I could edit the slide deck on the same page. And once I've finished, I just switch back to view mode. So you can edit it in the same page, or you can open it in a new tab. We'll be sending you a recording of today's session, so if you take a look closely at that, you'll be able to pause it and get a very close look.
Okay, great. Another question, do we need any access approvals to Overdrive, or do we already have it as part of the G Suite organization? And it's a separate third-party tool, Harvey, so you do need to approve it. As you go through the process for starting the trial, you essentially are taking through that process to approve Overdrive to access certain aspects of your G Suite data. So I suggest you go through that process, start a trial, and then it's all done. And as I said, there's a separate licensing cost for Overdrive over and above G Suite. So again, we can talk about that. Okay, so how do we link an Overdrive site to a personal domain? In effect, it's exactly the same. So when you're creating a site, you do need a Google account, but that could be a free civilian Gmail account. It doesn't have to be a G Suite account, i.e. paid for subscription. So whether that's an education or a non-profit or a free Gmail account, you can create it that way.
Sean, Alejandro might be asking about a domain, as in how do you get your domain name attached to your Overdrive site, which works in a similar way to with Google Sites and with a lot of other products. You have to make a change in your domain control panel, and then your Overdrive site will be running. Will have that proper friendly URL.
Good. 2 answers for the price of one then, Alejandro. That's good. Another question which we have, can sites work from shared drives? Do you want to take that one, Ian?
Yes, I think Harvey mentioned team shared drives earlier. Yes, shared drives. I mean, shared drives look just like normal Google Drive once you're into them. You do have a pretty cover page, but that's about as far as it goes. And with shared drives, you can share an individual file externally, but you've got to do it file by file, and that can be very painful. You certainly can't share a folder, and you certainly can't share. Well, you can share the entire team drive. But quite often you don't want to do that. With Overdrive, you can create a site from the top of a shared drive or from a specific subfolder. So the demonstration video that I recorded for you, that could have been done entirely from a shared drive or entirely from a folder within a shared drive, and it wouldn't have looked any different.
Okay, great. Another question, I think you mentioned it in the intro, but can one use this type of site for public view or only internal? Yeah, I think I did mention at one point, these can be public sites. In fact, we've got a couple of examples for that. Our public showcase site, overdrive.io, is actually based on Overdrive. So if you're visiting that site, you're looking at an Overdrive site, which is obviously public. We also have a free hints and tips site called gsuitetips.com, which I think most of you are aware of. That again runs on Overdrive and is a public site. We can take that one stage further, where you can have a hybrid site where you can have a site which is generally publicly available, so anybody can view the information, but you can have a section of the site which you have to sign in to be able to access. So it's kind of a mixture between the two types of sites. So hopefully that's answered that question. On similar lines, is there a maximum number of users per site? And I'll take that one. So no, there isn't. There's no limit to the number of users per site, and actually there's no limit to the number of sites that you can create. So as part of the licensing scheme, you can create as many sites as you wish, which is actually quite useful in a marketing perspective, as I mentioned, because if you are a marketing agency, you can create a site, an individual site for each client, and only share their information that way, which is a good thing. And it's also very easy to create additional sites. So as you move on, you can share resources, etc. So I think that that is quite useful. I think we've got time for one more, and you might want to take this one. Ian, can external users be involved in workflows?
Yes, absolutely they can. And also it's worth noting that workflows can be used for more sensitive processes. So the one that you showed, Sean, was press releases, where probably the whole team would be aware of all the press releases and what stage they were at, even if they were rejected or approved or whatever. Whereas other processes would be much more private. So the requesters would only see their own requests, and that's suitable for things like leave requests or maybe capital expenditure or any kind of HR process.
Okay, great. Thank you for that. We are rapidly running out of time. So just very quickly, a couple of things that you can do to continue your investigation. And these are some recommended next steps, really. So you could create a trial site to try out Overdrive and also try out some of the features shown in the demonstration if you haven't done so already. And as I have been mentioned a few times, after the session, we'll send you links to our public demonstration sites, including the marketing one we showed briefly earlier. So you can visit them, see what the finished site may look like, as well as sharing with your colleagues to get an idea of what your site could look like. And if you have more complex requirements, we can arrange an individual call or consultation with either ourselves or one of our partners. So during these sessions, we'll look at your requirements in detail and advise on the best approach using Overdrive. So we'll follow up with this information, including these links. And if you do have any questions that we haven't answered during the session, then please just reply to those messages and we'll happily go through those answers with you. So thank you everybody for joining today. Hopefully you found it useful, and hope everybody's staying safe. Thank you.